Hello and welcome to my kitchen, which is actually going to be talking about Easter. And what I've got here is a metaphor for Easter. You know, metaphor is when you use one thing to explain something else. And it's using an egg. And, you know, we know about eggs at Easter. There's always that you might be hoping for a chocolate egg. But what I'm going to use this egg for is to try and explain one of the things that happens at Easter. Now, what I mean by that is at Easter, when Jesus dies, he then comes back to life. And he's different, but he's the same. He's different, but he's the same. I'm going to try and explain that using the help of this egg. And I've got my frying pan here. So we start off with this egg, and it's got sort of stuff in it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to crack open the egg, I hope. Have I got that right? Oh, I'm going to have to do it again. Okay, that's come out. So that's the eggshell which is left, and this now is the egg which you can just about see, and I'm going to put that back on the cooker. Now it's the same stuff, but what you find when you take an egg and you fry it is it changes away from being stuff in the shell to being substantially different. And you know, you can eat a fried egg, and it's the same but different. So when Jesus dies, he dies as a human, and he really did die. It's not like a magic of eternal life and he didn't die. But he dies, but then when he comes back to life on Easter Day, he is himself, and he is yet different. And what Christians would say is that Jesus is the model for all of human life. That we die, but we will come back still ourselves, but sort of different. That afterwards it'll be the last day. And that is why I'm using an egg as a metaphor, because as we can see here, it's coming on reasonably nicely. And in a moment that'll be ready, not quite ready yet. But it's just a simple metaphor, but it's trying to explain something quite difficult. What happens when we die? And for Christians, there is this crucial thing which is explained at Easter, that Jesus died, he is put to death, and yet he conquers death and comes back resurrected. And we sometimes say he's the first fruits. That's because in the old days, when you got the harvest out, you get the fruits of the harvest, and you take the first one and you might bring it to the priest, or you sort of set it aside for God. And then that was the model for all the fruit that would come afterwards. Jesus, in coming back to life as he did, he's the first fruits for all of us. He is the kind of model that eventually we can all come back as he did here. And you can see, so that egg is still the same egg, but it's changed. And it's changed forever. And with Jesus and the resurrection, it just changes our understanding of life forever. So that's a little metaphor for Easter, which I'll leave you with. Wish you a very happy Easter.